Hello, everyone. Welcome to Original Content Self-Inflicted. I'm your ghost with the most, Spooky, and today I'm joined by Mr. Meme.
Hello.
And today we are doing another Death Battle fan and wiki riff, this time on a very well-named one. This is Demogorgon versus a Quiet Place monster. Now, obviously this person didn't know. The monsters from A Quiet Place do have an actual name. They're called Death Angels. But apparently the kid who made this didn't know that, which really shows how much effort they put into research.
And this riff is going to really show how much I know about both of these properties. So, yeah.
Mm. So the description.
We got a description. When it came to the monster's first matchup, he lost to Siren Head. Can he beat this new opponent, however? Who lost to Siren Head?
I'm guessing the Death Angel.
We have the Demogorgon, the Stranger Things monster with a thirst for blood, facing a Quiet Place monster. The monster attacks anything that makes sound. Who will win? Find out in this battle. Yeah.
Monsters can come in. Here's the intro. Monsters can come in many different forms: tall and ugly, short and scary.
We have two of the second fight today.
Are you recording?
Short and scary? They're not that short. They're taller than a person.
it's like they cut like a full line of dialogue and split it into two.
Yeah.
It's like
One of these.
I feel like there should have been more.
Yeah. One of these monsters is the Demogorgon, a creature from another dimension. That's all you can say.
And the Quiet Place monster, a creature that attacks anything that makes noise. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win. A death battle.
A death battle. Yes.
Demogorgon.
Yes, it is I, Wiz from Death Battle.
Now I'm just thinking of fucking Demogorgon from the Gentry.
Yeah.
The fucking like shambling ball of corpses.
Yeah. That'd be great.
In an alternate universe, the Upside Down, a lot of monsters roam around, and they are the stuff of your nightmares. At Hawkins National Laboratory, a subject of named 11 interacted with a monster.
What was that in the background?
That was a fucking motorcycle racing down the street.
Oh, I thought that was your tummy grumbling.
No, I just ate. Wait, H2O Delirious versus the Joker?
What?
Right there in the fucking corner.
What
the fuck is that?
Is this
Deku versus Eevee?
Is this Finnish?
Oh my god, it is. It is.
H2O Delirious versus the Joker
From
from
fucking
Batman.
Vanoss.
Oh no, it's not Finnish.
Oh, it's not finished, damn it.
Damn. Don't you just
I
hate
saw
when
fucking
fucking your
Deku
Death Battle
versus
fan on
Eevee.
Wiki articles are not Finnish?
What the Steven Universe versus Peter Griffin?
Deku versus Eevee?
That's the hell is that?
I get Ice Climbers versus Madeline, but
Black Bolt versus Vegeta. The only thing that they have in common is that they keep getting fucking snubbed and shafted.
yeah.
Whatever.
In the end, the monster escaped. This monster became the Demogorgon. The Demogorgon is a terrifying creature that got murdered by a bunch of kids. Wait.
That's terrifying.
Terrifying creature that got murdered by a bunch of kids. Wait. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Chicken butt.
Damn it! They got me.
The Demogorgon is actually a lot more powerful than it may sound on paper. Just because it got murdered by some kids doesn't mean it's not powerful. The Demogorgon is more powerful than a demo dog. No shit. That's like saying I'm more powerful than a baby.
Yeah, I'm more powerful than a coughing baby.
the demo dog is like the sort of like the larval state of the Demogorgon.
What would you say? The
What?
fucking the Metroid to the Queen. Metroid.
Yeah, kinda. Uh, the Demogorgon is more powerful than a demo dog, which can break solid concrete, which would take about 1.6 million pounds of force. I think you're overestimating. I'm gonna go ahead and fact check that real quick.
Well, that's pretty tough. It also has 4 flaps of flesh with sharp teeth on each flap. Flap, which could
I mean,
bite you
yeah.
to death.
I mean, uh, okay. I checked. It takes about 4,000 psi per square inch of expansive pressure. May be generated to produce concrete cracking within 10 to 20 hours.
Okay, how much is that in
Over like
pounds,
3,000
though?
newtons. 3 million pounds of force. I've seen 3 million pounds of force, which is
Okay.
actually more.
So either way, this is inaccurate.
This is inaccurate. What's stronger, concrete or aluminum?
Aluminum, apparently.
Yeah, I guess.
The Demogorgon is also pretty durable, being able to tank hits from baseballs with nails, and was able to shrug
Okay.
off point blank gunshots. It also
Okay.
shown mild regeneration, being able to recover fork these attacks in a short period of time.
Fork these attacks.
Fork these
Also, being
nuts.
able to like survive being hit, take hits from baseballs with nails, it's like it's not that impressive. Like, I would have led with him taking point blank gunfire and
Yeah.
not baseballs with nails. Like, yeah, they'd probably hurt like a bitch, but not really on the same level as getting shot.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just more surprised that this that they fucking think like getting hit with baseballs with nails is the greatest fucking like durability
Do you think
strength.
he made a baseball bat with nails?
I think so. That's what I think.
The Demogorgon can even smell very small quantities of blood, even when it is in an alternate universe, which would be impossible, but somehow they do it.
How is that impossible?
It's impopsicle.
Impopsicle.
It's frozen. How stupid you are.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, when you're a monster from an alternate universe, some of the laws of physics don't really apply to you. Speaking of which, the Demogorgon can create portals to the alternate universe it comes from, which is called the Upside Down. Whether they can make portals out of sheer strength or a specific power is unknown, but it would require a lot of energy to make a portal like that.
However, while all of these powers make the Demogorgon seem all powerful, it is to extreme heat and fire.
It's on fire 24/7, cool.
Yeah, I think I meant to say it's weak to those things, but they just forgot the fucking word.
They forgot the word. What's that word again?
Uh, it was even forced to flee from its home dimension when it was hit by either of those.
Another problem is that its behavior is like that of an animal, which it kind of is. That means that its behavior can be predictable.
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 But even then, the Demogorgon is a powerful creature. But the Demogorgon was eventually defeated by 11 using their psychic powers to destroy the creature.
Fuck.
What did?
Do it, stupid fucking
Click.
cracker computer.
Click the mouse.
I hate this fucking computer. I hate this shit.
And using their psychic powers to destroy the creature until it eventually came back.
It didn't really come back. Classic
I think it's
horror.
I think it's a different individual.
Yeah. Classic horror trope of the monster not being dead. It died.
Yeah, the one we see is a different Demogorgon. It's a species. But even then, that doesn't stop the Demogorgon from being a fierce and scary creature.
Alright, so
Ooh.
it's strong. It can tank hits from a baseball bat with nails.
No, a baseball with nails. They didn't
A
say bat.
baseball, yeah, baseball with nails, and it can smell small quantities of blood.
But it is to heat and fire.
Yes.
All
All
right,
I'm
let's see
saying
what we
is,
can
I
glean.
want this. All I'm saying is, Demogorgon for Mortal Kombat 11, Mortal Kombat 1.
Agreed. I mean, it's in Dead by Daylight.
I guess. It's not Mortal Kombat, idiot. Retard.
Uh, the Quiet Place monsters lived on a planet far away until it blew up. All the monsters were sent hurtling to Earth, where they turned hostile on everyone.
Like fucking meteor. I guess that's accurate.
That is what happened.
That's what happens.
Yes, we literally see it in like a flashback in the fucking second movie.
So did they just like ragdoll through space until they hit Earth?
I think they were like clinging to a meteorite or a meteor or a meteorite. Yeah, a
I think them
meteorite.
just like flying through space like ragdolls is funnier.
Like Gmod.
Yeah. Even after the military attack, the monsters seemed to tank everything. Missiles, guns, tanks, nothing could take these creatures down.
Rope, lamp oil, bombs.
Bombs? You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough titties.
The monsters quickly killed most people on the planet. America found out that these creatures attack everything that makes sound. Everyone learns to stay quiet and do anything they can to not make noise.
The funny thing about humans, however, is that they don't listen to rules, so mostly everyone died pretty quick. Thus, creature may have the best hearing out of any creature ever, being able to hear noises from miles away. Okay.
The monsters can also run faster than any creatures on Earth, and cheetahs can run up to 60 miles per hour. Also, like we stated before, pretty much nothing can get through their monster's tough exoskeleton. Guns, missiles, and even the entire military couldn't get through the exoskeleton. They just threw every soldier and tank at the fucking thing when they ran out of bullets.
Yeah, he had to start like throwing stuff.
Did they throw baseballs with nails in them?
Maybe. Apparently, it was somehow able to kill the Demogorgon, so.
Maybe, who knows? Uh, the the it's even rumored that they survived an explosion that destroyed their home planet. If we say that the home planet is like Earth, that means that their exoskeleton can survive about. I'm not going to say that. There's a lot of fucking numbers.
Yeah.
Of TNT.
Well, that's pretty tough. And the only thing that can expose the creature is high frequency sound. When its fleshy head is exposed, it can be taken down pretty easily.
The problem with that is you likely won't be able to take it down in the first place because they would probably just kill you before that happens, considering the fact that it is shown time and time again that it can kill humans and animals in one strike.
So they eat you?
Oh shit, hi Luna, we're in the middle of recording a death battle. We're recording a Demogorgon versus a Quiet Place monster.
What the fuck is a quiet place?
A Quiet Place is that movie where like the world ended by fucking aliens that kill things that make noise.
All right.
The author doesn't know that the monsters are called Death Angels, though.
Why are they called
Oh,
Why
so
are they
like-
called that?
I don't fucking know. It sounds cool.
Wait, isn't The Quiet Place like the movie made by the same guy that made If?
It?
If.
I don't know.
The one that's like a ripoff of Foster's Home that came out recently.
You mean Imaginary?
That's not its name. It's called If.
That sounds stupid.
It is stupid.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know. Keep reading. Oh wait, no. This is it mine? No.
Wait, no, hold on. I didn't finish reading the line. Yeah, but no, we never see the creatures eat them. We even see a corpse that one of the creatures killed completely intact. So this main players don't even need to eat at all. I mean, they are aliens, so that would make sense. Not really.
All organisms need like energy,
All known organisms need to eat.
sustenance. Well, wow. Anyways, these things are pretty much blind, considering the fact that a woman holding a baby was 2 feet in front of it and they didn't see it. It would also seem that these things can hear people if the people are by waterfalls.
Well, it's because waterfalls are louder. Or maybe they know that there isn't anything to kill around waterfalls.
One of those they just say completely non sequiturs episodes, right?
Not really.
Huh. This implies some sort of higher level intelligence. So they aren't wild animals, is the point. Anyways, the Quiet Place monster is a fierce creature, so don't make a noise or else it could be your last. What a nothing
Okay.
sentence.
Pre-fight.
Wild
Alright,
animals can make wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, they spent the bulk of it talking about what a shitlord dumbass the Demogorgon is, so I think we know who's gonna win. But apparently the Demogorgon can take being hit by a baseballs with nails. Not baseball bats with nails, baseballs with nails. Alright, the combatants are set. It's time to end this debate once and for all.
Is it a debate if anyone had it? It's
Yeah.
time for a death battle!
Ah! Wizards boomsticks doing the fucking soy jack.
Oh no!
Right. The Demogorgon entered our world via a portal. However, they don't know where they were. They looked around to get their bearings. However, another creature was in the area. The Quiet Place monster was in the forest looking for something to kill. However, they heard the Demogorgon. What?
Do you ever see the Quiet Place monster?
Yes, you do. For the kill. However, they heard the Demogorgon leave the portal, so they were running to where the Demogorgon was. The Demogorgon heard the creature approach and got ready to attack. The Quiet Place monster fight. The Quiet Place monster tried to attack the Demogorgon, but the Demogorgon moved out of the way and it struck at the Quiet Place monster, but it did nothing. The Demogorgon quickly noticed this and quickly ran away with the Quiet Place monster in pursuit. Picturing the fucking Demogorgon running like a Scooby-Doo character. The Quiet Place monster would get closer to the Demogorgon, only for the Demogorgon to dodge the monster's attacks. And every time the Demogorgon would try to retaliate, only to do nothing to the exoskeleton. This is like a Crash Bandicoot boss fight.
Yeah! Ripperoo!
The Demogorgon had enough of this and tackled the Quiet Place monster. The Demogorgon pinned the monster to the ground and slashed at the Quiet Place monster, which did nothing. The Demogorgon then put its head inside its mouth and closed the flaps in an attempt to kind of bite at it after its sharp teeth. As you might expect, the Quiet Place monster shrugged this off, but they still couldn't attack. The Demogorgon kept attacking the monster by slashing it out of blind rage.
Dude, every time they say the fucking Quiet Place monster, it's like how, like, Sonic High School, like, would like, call Sonic's mom just Sonic's mom.
Yeah, or
Sonic.
the Chinese doctor.
Imagine, like, in The Quiet Place, they call the Death Angels the Quiet Place monster.
Oh, don't go there. It's the Quiet Place. It's where the Quiet Place monsters live.
Yeah.
The Quiet Place monster realized that this creature didn't have a strategy. It just attacked like there was no tomorrow. The Quiet Place monster broke free and ran away. The Demogorgon roared at the Quiet Place monster as a threat. There was a simple strategy for the Quiet Place monster to follow. Run away, attack, repeat. The fuck are you doing? I'm meleeing its legs. As the Demogorgon was roaring, trying to find the monster, it was unexpectedly attacked by something. It turned around to find what attacked it, but nothing was there. It kept looking around only to be attacked again. It's like, oh, fuck! In a
Damn.
blind rage, the Demogorgon just slashed in every direction. When the Quiet Place monster began to attack again, it was hit by the Demogorgon and knocked down. The Demogorgon pounced on the monster and began to attack viciously, using every attack it could think of in order to try and harm the Demogorgon. Wait, what?
Yeah, the cast fucking fireball.
Cast Fireball. Expecto Patronus.
It went, Avada Kedavra.
Chlamydio.
Chlamydiasis.
After a full 30-second, when the Quiet Place monster was being worn out,
I gave that spell to my wife years ago.
it persisted and tanked all of the Demogorgon's attacks, so it waited for an opportunity to strike. After a full 30 seconds of attacking the monster, the Demogorgon got tired and slowly stopped attacking. When the Demogorgon stopped, the Quiet Place monster used its advantage and attacked the Demogorgon, then crawled out from under it. The Demogorgon roared at the Quiet Place monster, and the two looked at each other while moving in a circle slowly. This was going to determine who won the battle. The two charged at each other, both striking each other, but both were unaffected. The two then charged at each other again, but the Demogorgon pinned the Quiet Place monster to the ground again. The Demogorgon was pretty much done with the battle, so it slashed the monster rapidly and defeated it. What? Petty much done. Pretty much done with the battle, so it slashed at the monster rapidly in hopes of defeat it.
What if when he pinned down the monster, he just gave it a little kiss on the cheek?
Yeah. Art kisses Millhouse.
Yeah.
I love you. And then the fucking Quiet Place monster fucking slices his throat. Oh.
Oh, the things I do for love.
Hopes to defeat it. I feel like we've been here before. This did nothing, however, and the monster was unaffected. The Quiet Place monster waited for an opening. Yeah, well, I think we've been here before.
We get it.
When the opening appeared, the monster struck the Demogorgon in the stomach, which caused the Demogorgon to stumble backwards and go, oh!
Like it's
Oh!
like it got knocked out and punch out.
Like it got punched in the throat by Charlie.
It just has the DC animation.
Yeah. The Quiet Place monster then pinned the Demogorgon to the ground before violently slashing at the Demogorgon. The creature roared in pain as blood was staining the ground. The monster kept attacking before grabbing the Demogorgon's head and ripping it off the creature's shoulders. The monster then tossed the head away, leaving only a headless, bloody pulp of a body that was the Demogorgon. KO. A family looked at the Demogorgon's body, disgusted at what the monster would do this. It's like, oh, our dog, Demogorgon, is dead.
Yeah.
It's a fucking griffin. Conclusion.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. I think that may be the coolest kill on the show so far.
Well, the Demogorgon may be stronger. The Quiet Place monster had the Demogorgon beating literally everything else.
Maybe stronger, but the Quiet Place monster was stronger.
Mm-hmm.
The Quiet Place monster was smarter, and due to likely being around for longer, it's probably more skilled, and it was also faster. But disadvantages don't matter because the Demogorgon wouldn't be able to harm the monster.
Recall how the Quiet Place monster survived a planetary explosion worth a bunch of fucking numbers? We don't know that for sure. We do not know that for sure. That is speculation on your part. Of TNT, the Demogorgon can break through solid concrete at about 1.6 million pounds of force, but that's only to equal about 0.5 tons of TNT.
Again, this is inaccurate.
I don't care.
Yeah, the Demogorgon really had no way around that exoskeleton, considering how it can You can't make high frequency sounds.
Average roster teeth. Average roster teeth. Calculation.
I mean, most of the time they're a bit more fucking. I guess they're a bit more fucking valid than this. Also, the matchups make a bit more sense. Not just monster beat each other up.
Yeah.
While the Demogorgon was stronger, they just had no way to get through that tough exoskeleton.
In the end, the Demogorgon got demolished.
The winner is the Quiet Place monster.
And look at that
Next time.
great picture.
There we go. That's what it looks like,
Yeah,
Luno.
look at it.
With its face undone.
Oh yeah, I googled it.
The two blue survivors are in apocalypse trying to make things right to fight to the death. The sole survivor versus Link, Breath of the Wild.
Okay. Breath of the Wild is not an apocalypse game, idiot.
Also, what a fucking horrendous matchup. What a fuck? That's a garbage matchup. What? Blue survivors? Link can wear clothes. Both of these characters can wear outfits that aren't blue.
Who's the sole survivor?
The sole survivor is the protagonist of Fallout 4. Also, the description of two blue survivors trying to make things right fight to death, that could be literally any Fallout protagonist except for the courier.
Yeah.
And even he gets about of.
Yeah.
I mean they.
Because I think the only Fallout protagonist whose gender we canonically know is the first one. The first Fallout protagonist of all other was a male. We know by the statue of him in Shady Sand.
We got trivia here. This was the only episode so far where I had a hard time thinking of a pun. Even then, I'm not sure I made a good pun. You didn't.
You didn't.
I'm sure you made a good pun, buddy. What was it?
Super Seth is correct in saying they're called Death Angels. Nerd emoji.
They're called Death Angels.
And then Pokey Chop goes and has a nice.
They have a fight over whether or not a fucking predator could kill a Death Angel.
I don't care.
Brando Dio 07. That's horrifying. Lol, just kidding. Good luck, Demogorgon.
For one, they're called, and Crawfish gets into another argument with people.
They're just getting butthurt over this garbage fucking matchup.
Yeah, this there's no point in getting so fucking worked up over this one.
You weren't here earlier, but we saw a whole bunch of really fucking stinky matchups on the side, fucking H2O Delirious from the fucking Vanoss channel versus the Joker.
Yeah. Or
Steven Universe versus Peter Griffin. Deku versus Eevee. Black Bolt versus Vegeta, which is the least stinky one on there, but it's still pretty fucking PU. And then Ice Climbers versus Madeline, which is just
one. I can understand that one to an extent.
Steven Universe versus Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
What?
Steven Universe versus Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
Do you think it'd be like a chicken fight?
It's Peter, you can't treat your daughter that way. Shut up, you fucking queer.
And then Steven punches him.
Oh! He kicks Peter in the knee, and Peter's like, oh!
No. You don't understand. Steven is this head. Peter is more queer than him.
I wonder if this one's finished.
Steven Universe versus Peter Griffin. Wait, hold on.
Nah, this one's not finished.
They spent more time working on the fucking trivia.
Boo. Oh, God.
Well, thank you so much for watching this fun Death Battle Riff. If you enjoyed it, join our Discord server to submit more funny things for us to riff. Like, comment, subscribe, check out Cece's Ko-Fi. And, yeah, thank you so much for watching.
been original
Don't
content.
contact the author.
It's been self-inflicted.
Yeah.